So now we're into two-step instructions. This is pretty exciting. You want to make sure, though, before you start doing two-step instructions, that you've mastered some one-step instructions. And it doesn't have to be completely mastered, but your child should understand what those instructions are. So if you have been working on, say, pick up your toy, and then you've also been working on put your toy in the box, then you can put those two things together simply by adding the word and. But they need to know what both of those things mean. So pick up your toy and put it in the box becomes one set of instructions with two parts that they need to understand. You can do this so easily just by adding the word and, but it won't make sense if your child, first of all, doesn't know what both the tasks mean, and second of all, if your child only hears the last thing that you've said. And what I mean by this is many children developmentally at the age of kindergarten respond to the last thing that's been said to them. So think about, what's your favorite color? Is it blue or is it red? Often they will just say red because that's the last thing they heard. So if you repeat it and ask it in the opposite way, what's your color? What's your favorite color? Red or is it blue? And they say blue, they're not ready for two-step instructions. That's a great little test for you to do. But if you have mastered some things like sit down, and you can also say to them, read a book, and they are attentive to both of those instructions, you could try putting them together with sit down and read your book, or stand up and bring me your book, or clap your hands and tap your head, or close the door and come here. Get your shoes and put them on. High five and high 10. Find your teddy bear and give it a hug. Put on your hat and put on your mitts. Get your coat and put it on. Follow me and open the door. There's lots of different ways to combine two one-step instructions into just an instruction. But be careful that your child is, first of all, understanding the instructions, and be careful that they're hearing both sets of instructions so they can follow both instructions. This is where I want to caution you too, to always meet your child where they're at. Your child might not be ready for two-step instructions, but if you are working on one-step instructions and you've got lots of one-step instructions, you can give your child one-step instructions all the time. And two-step instructions can be something you're working towards. I want to be very clear that if your child is going to school, they do not have to have perfected two-step instructions. But this will be very, very helpful for telling your child's educators where they're at with following instructions. So work on the one-step instructions. Add in the two-step instructions and give your child that little test about what's your favorite thing, color, whatever, and see, do they always pick the last thing that you've said? That's a really quick way to decide whether or not they're ready for two-step instructions. Now, you can always model two-step instructions as well. So as you're going about your day, you can always say, I'm going to shut the door and come and get you. Or I'm going to put on my shoes and go outside. So that you're modeling, narrating, and telling them all the time what you're doing. That is super important for adding in two-step instructions. Good luck with that and have fun. Make it part of your everyday life, but you can just make it intentional so that you get to it and you do it every day. It just becomes part of your day. Have fun. See you in the next one. Bye.